Hello. Going to start off with a little bit of a warm-up exercise. Going to see if we can find the pulse and join in with the actions like we did in the last lesson. Well done. Next we're going to try some more of our copies like we've been doing in our previous lessons using the words milk and cornflakes. Sometimes I'll clap, sometimes I'll use the words, sometimes I might use a microphone. Just do exactly what you see. Here comes the first one. Cornflakes, 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 milk. Milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, 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 milk. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, 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 milk. Fantastic. Let's see if we can find our microphones. So we had one loud microphone, just checking that it's working, and one quiet microphone, just check that that one's working. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, milk. Cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, milk. Well done. Now sometimes my microphone stops working, or sometimes there's something I don't want you to hear. So if I cover up my microphone at any point, that's because there's going to be a little bit of silence in our rhythms, a little bit of silence in our music. So it might sound a bit like this. Cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. I'll do that one again. Cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. This time I want to see if you can copy these back to me. There might be some silences in there. Let's stick with our loud microphone this time. Off we go. Cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, cornflakes, cornflakes. Milk, cornflakes, milk. Well done. Now when we get a little silent beat in our music, we're going to call that a rest. And when the rest is written down in music, it looks a little bit like this. like a very fancy squiggle. And that just tells us that there's going to be a silent beat, or sometimes we call it a beat rest. So if we look at these 3 beats underneath now, hopefully you can recognise from last week our milk and our cornflakes, and the 4th beat has got one of our squiggles in it, a little bit of a rest. So if I was to read through that one, I might go milk, cornflakes, milk, and then I'm going to show some nothing. Can you see nothing in my hands? See nothing up my sleeves? So if I show you this, that's just an absence of sound or a rest. So that means there's nothing happening in that particular beat. The pulse is still there, because that happens underneath the music, but it would sound like this: milk, cornflakes, milk, and then we'd put the rest at the end. Okay. I want to have a look at all of these 4 lines now, and I want to see if you can spot any other rests in there. Have a quick look. I can see another fancy squiggle at the end of the 2nd line, and that would be another rest. So let's see if we can read through all of those rhythms together using milk and cornflakes. And if you want to just show me some empty hands when we get to the squiggles, or you can use your microphones and cover them up. Let's try microphones. I quite like microphones today. So we'll do it twice. You can join in both times if you want, or you can just join in the 2nd time. So starting up at the top, we have milk, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, milk, milk, cornflakes, milk. Did you manage that? Let's try it again. Before we start, let's just get our pulse together. So here come the pulse potatoes one more time. Excuse me. So that's how fast we're going to be going. Ready, steady, off we go. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, milk, milk, cornflakes, milk. Something that we've been doing quite a lot of in our warm-up exercises and our copying has been changing from loud music to quiet music. So when we've clapped our hands, that's been a loud sound. And sometimes we've done our 2-finger claps for our quiet sounds. And when we've listened to some music, in last week's lesson, we had some loud music which we showed like this, and some quiet music which we showed like this. I sometimes compare those to animals or pets. So we might have a dog that can be quite noisy, and we might have a hamster that doesn't make quite as much noise. So if you think something's quiet like a hamster or a mouse, you can show me quiet dynamics, and we can have loud dynamics like that. There's that word I've used, dynamics, and that's what the word we use in music to describe loud sounds and quiet sounds. Loud sounds and quiet sounds. Because when we have loud and quiet music, it helps to keep the music interesting. Gives it a little bit of contrast. So we're now going to look at 2 lines of music, just using milk and cornflakes, and we're going to see what other information we have written underneath. So underneath these 2 lines of music, I can see some writing. Underneath the first line, it's got the word forte, and in brackets we've said that that means loud. And underneath the second line, we've got the word piano, which means quiet. Now these are a bit strange, these words are a little bit strange. They're actually Italian words, because the first people to ever write down music were Italians. And we have forte, which kind of means strong. Sometimes people build a fort to keep other people out. So forte is strong, and piano could mean all sorts of things like quiet and soft and gentle and calm. So piano is quiet and forte is loud. So if we look through these 2 lines and we were to read them using our milk and our cornflakes, it would sound a bit like this. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, 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 milk. Milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. And did you notice at the end, we had our rest like that. Let's try that one together. Okay, off we go. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, 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 milk, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Well done. Now that we've become expert musicians, we don't need to have all of that information written down in front of us. The whole word forte, an explanation that means loud in brackets, and the same thing piano, that means quiet. I think we'll be able to recognise these just with one letter. And that's quite often what happens in music. So if they want us to play loud, they might just write an F for forte. And if they want us to play quiet, they might just write a P for piano. So let's have a look at this example now. It's the same rhythm again, only this time we've only got the letters to remind us. So it starts off with an F underneath the first little bit of music. Did that mean loud or did it mean quiet? I think it was loud. Let's see if we can use our words again for this one, and look out for the second line. When they've got a little P there, that's going to mean that it's going to be quiet. Okay, here it comes. Off we go. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, 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 milk, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Fantastic. Let's try the same again, only this time with our invisible microphones. So this one is now an Italian microphone. So instead of setting it to loud, I'm going to set it to F, which was short for fudge. No, it wasn't fudge. Fish fingers? No. Forte, that was it. So this is going to be short for forte. So this one's going to be the loud one, which means this one's going to be set to P for piano. Ready with your microphones? Off we go. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, 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 milk, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Okay, how did you get on? Let's try another way. Let's do our loud claps and our quiet claps. So here we come with our loud claps for the first line, which was forte. Let's put the words in as well. Off we go. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, 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 milk. Milk, milk, cornflakes. Oops, I made a mistake. Should we try that one again? From the beginning. And when I make a mistake, I like to try it a little bit slower. So here comes a slower speed or a slower tempo. Off we go. Milk, milk, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, 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 milk. Milk, cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Cornflakes, cornflakes, milk. Okay. And for the last one, we're going to press our mute buttons and see if we can clap along with our forte claps and our piano claps, and just keep the words in our heads. Off we go.